If I can get your name and the school that you're with, please.
I'm Logan Ladd from Muskingum University.
Logan, let's talk about your expectations for this upcoming season.
For a team, I expect us to be pretty good. I feel like we have a lot of starters returning. We have a lot of good players coming back that could really help us out. So I think we can compete really good with this conference, maybe be in the top half, even compete with some of the better teams.
Now, going back to the defensive side of the football, Muskingum known for its great defensive play. Talk about being part of such a tough unit.
The unit's such a good unit. I mean, we're a hard-hit unit. We like to hit. We come out every day, practice, games, don't matter. We just want to hit. We've got me and my buddy Jake Hanlock, we're both senior captains. We're both on the D-line, so we spread that enthusiasm for hitting across the line, linebackers and everywhere.
Now, you guys lost some key pieces on that defense. Does that put added pressure on yourself and some of the senior players?
I think it does a little bit. We lost 3 good linebackers last year, all through seniors. But I think it just makes us defensive linemen want to step up, play a little harder, take the pressure off our linebackers a little bit this year, see what we can do as a line.
Now, when you look at the offenses on that other side of the football in the OAC, just your thoughts about what you have to see week in and week out.
We play lots of good teams. I mean, there's good running backs, good quarterbacks in our league, a bunch of good receivers, so it's hard to prepare for some of the teams. You got a lot of quarterbacks are quicker, some stand in the pocket, so I mean, it just takes a whole lot of game prep, and we'll see what happens.
And how does that make the defense go as a season for you guys?
As a season, we got to get stronger every week. As a defense, get closer as a team, because we've got to be able to understand what each other's going to do each play. If one of us does the wrong thing, it could lead to a touchdown, so everybody's got to know what they're going to do and know what the guy next to them is going to be doing.
One thing I got to find out from you is this rodeo stuff. You are involved in the rodeo. How did you ever get involved in that? What exactly is your involvement? And tell us about that.
I started rodeoing when I was little. Grew up on farms. My mom lived there since she was 3. So rodeo and horses have been in my blood. It's what made me tough. I mean, without rodeo, I wouldn't have football. Most of the rodeo stuff I used to do a little barrel racing when I was younger. Now I do more team roping and some steer wrestling in the summer. Just try to get by, keep myself ready for football.
So that's pretty interesting. Coach mentioned your defensive coaches would probably be more excited about this year's defense maybe than in other years perhaps. And I understand you guys were 4th in the nation in sacks per game. Now there's 210 schools that play Division III football. To be 4th out of all that many schools is pretty impressive. What, you being a linebacker, what is it about your team that is so good about sacks? And is that something that you have goals for specifically? And what are your goals both in terms of that and others that you may have?
We don't necessarily have goals for getting sacks. We have goals to stop the team at 4th and long situations, keep the team on the back. That way it lets our defensive coordinator scheme a little bit more. The reason that we got so many sacks last year, we just played with a high motor, try to take it as fast as we can to the ball. We had a great linebacker in Alex Thomas who just had a nose and how he just got to the ball. And then our D-line we had a strong D-line who pushed through, and somehow they got in the backfield all the time.
Now another interesting factoid about you, in addition to the rodeo, I guess, is that you are driving a vehicle that is 10 years older than yourself. Is that true? I mean, how did that happen? What's that like? Is it here? Is it going to make it back home? I mean, what's that all about?
Well, actually, it's only 2 years older than me. It's 1987. I was working for a guy, and he had a cheap, it was a 1987 BMW. So started driving. miles, so I think it'll last quite a bit longer.
Well, it's not the rodeo, it's the BMW. Good luck, Logan Ladd. Thank you for being here.